good. Hey.
She made it.
Woohoo! There you go.
Rowan, you
Please
were
go ahead and sit
officially... Whoa. I was going to say you're officially a frontline worker, but now it looks like you're a buttline worker.
Yep.
A thick little butt.
Well, hello. That was crazy. That was crazy scary. We almost lost our spitball flag.
Yeah, we almost did. It was a close call, but she's okay.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Hi. Hey.
Hey. Hey.
You might even say good morning.
Good morning, Los Angeles. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Layla.
Good morning, Fabian.
Good morning, Juan.
Good morning. Okay, what if we just did that the whole time?
The entire episode, we just give shout outs?
If those were any of your names, we were speaking directly to you.
Yes.
And good morning for it.
Good morning to you and to only you.
Good morning. It is not the morning.
It's not the morning, but it's the morning for you. So good morning to you.
Have you ever drank like way too much caffeine? Like, have you ever had like a caffeine-induced panic attack?
Okay, so...
I want that right now.
Okay, I think I've said this before to you. Caffeine doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah?
I like to drink coffee for fun in the morning. Like, I enjoy a cup of coffee.
Oh, God, so do I.
But I don't need it.
Oh.
Nor do I feel like I feel it. I feel like I would need like 2 back-to-back like iced coffees to actually be like, oh, wait. I'm feeling something, but I have a coffee and then I'm like, yum.
Yeah, I like that. I'm the same way. I like a morning cup of joe. It's a good way to like kind of kick off the day and it's like very routine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like when it comes to caffeine, it's like I don't feel it at all or I'm having a panic attack so severe the world could stand still.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the caffeine.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it makes me feel a little iffy. Let me tell you something, and may I?
Please.
My worst panic attack I've ever had in my life was at Rockefeller Center in New York City. I was coming off the coattails of an insane mushroom trip.
Whoa.
Yeah. I had like done mushrooms and like gone to Mars. And sorry, Mom, if you listen. And then like a few days later, I like literally drank like 2 full French presses at breakfast because I just wasn't like paying. I was just like, keep it coming.
Whoa, and that's a lot of drugs.
I like really felt like I put myself into like a vague psychosis.
Oh.
Because I like started having like a, okay, relax. But I was like, I already felt kind of weird because I had just like done this like insane like mushroom trip. And then like I didn't feel quite right. And then like a few days after, I was like, let me like literally have so much caffeine you couldn't even believe it.
Wow.
Just because I was being careless and I just kept pouring it.
Huh.
And then all of a sudden it was like I was like at this like little cafe at the bottom of Rockefeller Center near where the ice rink is and everything went.
Whoa.
And then I literally had to, I remember I called the waiter over and I went, what's in this? Like, I was, like, really tripping out. Like, I was tripping the hell out.
And he was like, it's a French.
No, he's like, it's the French press.
It's a French press.
And then I went to the bathroom and I threw up for a long time.
Wow.
And then we scored tickets to Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, that's a crazy day in New York.
Mm-hmm, just another day in the
day in the city. That's...
So that's that.
No, that's interesting. Again, for me, it's more of a placebo. Like, I'll be like, gotta slam down this energy drink. And then it's like, I'm not actually feeling crazy, but I feel like I just should. So I am.
I know. That's good.
I don't know.
I don't feel like when I drink caffeine, it's like it's not like I'm like, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
I'm more like, but I can't stop doing it.
And which one are you?
Tag yourself.
Right.
Anyways, sorry.
Well,
someone's driving to work right now listening to Spitball that just dropped and they're like, oh my God.
They're like, sorry guys, this was just like on the front page and I'm never going to listen to that again. And that's our confession.
Till I confession.
That's right. Welcome back to another episode of Confessions. Right before
Yeah.
Right before we started filming this, we came up with a lovely idea. And I think we were inspired by our lovely Dustin to do this. But next confessions episode, we're gonna wear fun costumes that are themed toward confessions, and it's gonna just be more themed overall. And if we thought about it before, then we would have done it today. But instead, we thought about it before we started filming the episode. So today's episode's not gonna have that theme, but for going on forward, it's gonna have the theme.
Yeah, and you guys want us so bad to have thought about the idea beforehand. You guys just want us so bad to think about things a little harder.
Yeah.
Well, that's also the same with the last episode we did. And Dustin's like, next time you guys, like, what if you did this? And we're like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we were like, shit.
Dustin, come to the meetings.
Yeah.
Join us.
No, Dustin's going to start coming to pre-pro, and then we're going to avoid this altogether. But you know what? We do it because we're not predictable.
And if we forget to for the next confessions episode to do the thing Arasha said, everyone just shut the hell up.
Yeah, don't talk about
That's
it.
a cool laptop.
But Dustin will come in after and be like, I thought you guys were going to... We're going to be like, no.
we forgot. We forgot.
We're not going to forget.
Okay.
All right.
Confess something.
Yes. So we asked our ballers and balls at home, all of you, to submit your juiciest confessions, and you all did not disappoint. I was literally cracking up reading these.
You guys are freaks.
Freaks. A lot of you, what I loved was so many of you started with, please don't say my name. Or so many people were like, you need to make this anonymous.
I like when you guys write us, like, because sometimes you guys will write us, like, in the DMs. And again, we always say that. We see everything. And, like, literally people will be like, Rowan and Arasha, please don't say my name, but I have to tell you this.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like we're talking to our friends.
And don't worry, we're not going to put your name in. We're going to leave this completely anonymous.
Yeah. Earlier when we greeted everyone by name, that was actually all the confession
Those
people.
are all the names. Not actually.
Can I say something really quick before we go on the confessions?
Okay, make it quick.
Okay, you know The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Yes.
You know the episode where they go on the game show and he's like, you're a freak.
Yes.
That's so us.
That is so us.
All right.
That was really quick.
Thanks.
Okay, so we've got incredibly exciting confessions for you here today, and I'm going to start with this one. I used to stick my boogers under my parents' bed, and then they sold it without knowing.
Okay, let's unpack that. I like when I find out.
And then they used about to throw up emoji and then the crying emoji.
I like when I find out that people do like really weird things, but it becomes like a habit for them.
Yes.
You're like Pavloving yourself. No, that's not. Yeah, you're like Pavloving yourself when you pick your nose. You just know you put it under your dad's bed.
Oh, that's so gross.
I am like, whoever wrote that, I'm mad at you.
So they pick their nose and then they go into their parents' room and then they like lift up the mattress and then just put it under there.
Or they're crawling under the bed. And this is why I'm 75% on kids. Because you know what? I'm like not ready. I don't care that you're doing, I'm not ready to have like a kid and be like, you're so weird.
Yeah. Kids do nasty shit.
They do.
This is gross. I just want to know why. Like, if you are walking your booger down the hallway like that, why not just throw it away?
Or just, like, put it under your bed. Like, why does it have to be under... What's up with your parents?
Or just, like, put it under your tongue. Like...
Oh, God. Wait, okay. Did you... No. Did you ever eat your boogers?
I used to.
No, you did not.
When I was a kid.
Why?
When I was a kid. What
do you mean?
I was going to confess that later, and I guess I'll confess it now.
Why?
Look, when you're a kid, you do disgusting things.
I've never had the urge, like when people say like booger eaters, it's like I didn't ever want to do that. Nothing about that made me want to put it in my mouth.
Don't know. Maybe I Pavloved myself.
I don't think so.
I don't remember, okay? But here's the thing. I don't think I'm the worst one because I think there's people out there that eat their earwax.
Why?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But I don't.
That's good.
I don't. Just the boogers.
Okay.
Just the boogers.
Okay.
But hey, I'm not like that anymore.
Okay.
I stopped when I was 23.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Anyways.
I stopped. I don't do that.
Okay, there was one in here that I really...
Okay, I eat my earwax.
Oh, God. Okay. Jeez.
None of that.
Sorry, not listening.
Okay.
I love everyone going, gay. Oh, someone said, I loved the nook.
Oh, that was one of the ones I was going to read. This is why you're not supposed to scroll.
I'm sorry, but there was one that I really needed to find. And here it is. I lost my virginity in a movie theater during Spider-Man Homecoming. Excuse me. I lost my virginity in a packed theater at a screening of Spider-Man Homecoming. I want to say something. That was like recent.
Somebody came home.
Okay. Dude. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Bada boom.
End of episode.
Yeah.
I've never ever understood how people are banging and schlong slinging at the movie theaters.
They're doing it everywhere. They're doing it everywhere. They're doing it on planes, and now they're doing it in the movie theaters.
I need to know what kind of virginity losing this is. What body parts are involved.
I mean, it sounds like they're doing the whole shebang.
How could this happen? Literally, how could this happen?
Yeah, how could this happen? I don't know.
You can't.
I also just am not sure why. Like, is there just not another space that you can go to? You should, because it's Spider-Man. There's kids in there.
There's kids, you literal freak of nature.
There's kids in the theater. That's just,
And I'm there in every piece of Spider-Man merchandise that I own, which is a lot, by the way.
Oh, are you my ex?
I know he did like that.
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right.
And you know what? I call Spider-Man Spider-Man.
No, that's people.
I know, it's people.
No, that's actually insane of anybody to have done. But hey, thanks for confessing that.
I guess someone was slinging webs and it wasn't just Peter Parker.
That's crazy.
Go ahead and Peter Park that ass on my dick and balls.
All right, we're going back to the lighter ones. When I was like 5, I took a dump on the floor and then blamed it on my cat. They believed me.
When did everyone start not pooping in the toilet? Is my question.
Okay, I understand. You're 5 and you poop wherever you want. I see you. I hear you. I was you. To poop on the floor and then blame it on the cat. I guess when you're 5, you're having cat-sized poops.
I want to say that no, you're not. Because I want to also say no, you're not.
Yeah.
And this person, right? They said they believed me. I got to tell you something. No, they didn't.
No,
they did not.
I would believe that.
No, your mom knows what your poop looks like and what a cat's poop looks like.
I feel like I've seen 5-year-old poop and I've seen cat poop, and I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference. Tell me the difference between the two.
Human, cat. So, I think they probably just they knew that you did that and they spared you the embarrassment. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but I think that is it. Sorry to change up on you.
I guess I believed them too.
Well, believe. I strikes me as they are on to you, and they probably talk about it every year at Thanksgiving when you're not around.
Shit.
They're like, remember that one time that person pooped on the floor and said it was a cat?
You got to run.
You have to move families.
You got to go. They're going to find out soon. Once they watch this, they're going to get the idea.
Ooh.
All right. Okay.
I am a teacher and accidentally ate too much of a wheat gummy a night before teaching. A night before? One time I ate an entire marijuana cookie that was laced with LSD in my tech ed class, and I tripped for like 9 hours.
What?
I know. I'm sober, guys. I'm fine now.
That's wild.
I don't know for sure that it had LSD in it, but I was not here.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a reason I had brought that one to the function.
And
because
how glad are we?
Yes, because I feel as though there's a lot of discourse about when it might be appropriate to engage in these activities. And you know what? Yes. Well, as a teacher, since your responsibility is to watch over potentially children, I would say maybe it might not be the smartest to take a weed gummy.
They said a night before teaching. Oh. It says I'm a teacher and accidentally ate too much of a weed gummy a night before teaching.
Oh. Well, too much, I think, might indicate that in the morning they woke up and were still high.
That's fair.
That's tough.
That is tough.
And there's just no way of like shaking it out. Or is that cranberry juice? No, that's how you have it not show up in your...
Oh, in a drug test?
In a drug test.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that.
That's tough.
That is tough to have to be in that situation and be teaching. I'm sure it's probably stressful, and no one likes being way too high in compromising situations.
Well, so it's funny because I was talking to I went bowling this weekend, and
what? That's fun.
Yeah, super fun. And Logan was saying when he was leaving with Jonah, they were like there was like an attendant in the parking garage that was like, I guess, like taking the tickets and making sure that it all went well and stuff. And they were like, the security attendant was the highest I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, okay, I understand that. Like, you're just sitting next to the gate. You got to make things more interesting. More power to ya. And I can only imagine like how stressed he must have been when they had an issue with the parking ticket, because Logan was saying that he literally was like,
he's like, shit, I have to actually do something. That's so funny. It's like the guy, the sloth from Zootopia. Is his name Flash? But
in his head, he's like, slow it down, man.
Right.
Just keep it cool. They don't know. Don't know.
There's something that hits different when you are high, and like I used to get really high and I would just go to Ralph's because I don't know. Like I just would be like, I'd literally be so absolutely high out of my mind in the dairy aisle of Ralph's, and I'd literally be like, you have to calm down.
Okay. Like, this is awesome.
You have to chill.
You know what? I kind of get that though, because Ralph's, like grocery stores, like it, and like shopping in the same way, like malls and stuff. God, I love a mall. I love a mall.
I like a good mall, yeah.
I think it's just fun, and it kind of feels like a little fake in a way. It's like, oh, this is my little like fake town. And
look at me in these stores.
I'm just in this little dollhouse.
Yeah.
You know? So I think maybe that's the inspiration behind taking drugs before entering the real world.
Yeah, but sometimes, oh boy, it can be really overwhelming.
Yeah.
I've been in too many scenarios where I'm like, I'm way too high for this.
Yeah, I would never like when my responsibility is with children though.
Oh my god.
Even if I was like babysitting and like the kids were just going to be in bed, I still just feel like I would be so paranoid sitting on that couch being like, somebody's going to die.
Well, yeah, I also feel like when I used to get really high, I would always convince myself that I was or had or was going to pee my pants.
Oh.
Like, I had this, like, weird thing where I'd, like, literally go pee on the toilet, and I'd be like, I'm sitting on the couch in front of all of my friends peeing my pants right now.
Oh, my God. Okay, wait. And you literally just reminded me of something. Sorry, continue.
Well, I just was going to say, like, I think in the same vein as of me thinking that I had peed my pants real hard or something, I would have been like, I'm high and I forgot the kid at the park.
Right. Like know? Just any sort of like distress or panic happening, which was like in Hereditary, right? Did you see that?
Oh, it's only my third favorite film.
Amazing. Where he's high and then his sister, spoilers, loses her head.
So high, he was taking bong rips.
I remember watching that movie and being
Ever heard of an EpiPen?
The way that I would just crash the car. Like, I don't know how you breathe after something like that happens.
Well, and I'm sorry, like, bad brother alert. First of all, she has like a severe peanut allergy. She should consistently have an EpiPen on her.
Right.
I think there might have been. And also, and here's the thing too. You're at a party. I would have went to the music and said, everyone shut the hell up.
Right.
Who has an EpiPen?
Yeah.
You're at a party with like your entire high school class. Someone has an EpiPen on them.
I mean, I guess within the context, right? Like, obviously, you don't.
Me, if I was in Hereditary.
Like, if you don't know, like, in retrospect, the worst that could happen, you are probably like, I don't want to seem like the uncool guy who has his sister being sick at this party. If I just drive home as quickly as possible, she has everything she needs, and I can just take her home, and that's that. Obviously, not the smartest place.
Well, he was driving her to the hospital.
Oh, is that where they were going?
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
All right. Well, then that also makes sense, I guess. But yeah, definitely not the smartest overall. What you reminded me, though, of, and we'll cut his name out all the time. If he was high, like he would constantly be like, I think I'm pooping my pants. He would just be like, I think I'm pooping my pants. And I'd be like, no, you're not. You're good. You're good. Like, you'd think he had my trauma. Yeah. But I was like, you're not pooping your pants. And he's like, I think I'm pooping my pants. I'm like, you're not pooping your pants.
So funny.
Again, if he doesn't want to be known, we'll keep it anonymous. But all the time, he'd be like, am I pooping?
Dude, that's so real, though. That's like Haley when she gets really high. She'll be like, guys, I'm so high. Don't let me wash my hands. I won't stop washing my hands.
Oh, because it's so warm under there.
No, it's just like a thing. Like we'll be like all sitting watching a movie, and then like you'll notice like Haley she's gone, and then you just hear like shh, like the sink, and she's like, I'm sorry, like washing. I don't know what it's
That's
very
sweet.
funny though.
That's sweet.
All
right, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's discuss.
Oh.
I once ate fresh strawberries on a pizza, and it was delicious.
Okay. I'm going to support them. I'm going to support them.
Strawberries and cheese.
That sounds that's good. Remember literally in Ratatouille when he takes the strawberry and he takes the cheese and like his whole world lights up?
I think he lights up because he's holding strawberries and watermelon.
It's the cheese, my guy.
It's the cheese.
It's like a strawberry. It's like, well, Dustin, you're the Disney guy. You know.
Right. So it's the strawberries and then the cheese. And then he's like, but then both at once. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Why did I think it was watermelon?
You take a fruit and a similar tasting fruit, and it's exactly the same.
Oh, God. That's so embarrassing.
No, I think that is it. Or maybe it's a grape. No. Wait, there's also...
Did he eat 2 fruit and think it was original? Did Remy eat 2 fruit? I don't know. Okay, I'm literally looking this up right now. I need answers. I can't Google, did Remy eat fruit? Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, he didn't eat 2 fruit.
Remy fruit combo eating.
He ate definitely a piece of cheese and a fruit.
Okay, no, it's cheese and strawberry. It's cheese and strawberry. I literally...
Careful, we're going to get copyrighted by Walt.
No, Gusto was right. It's strawberry and cheese. I Googled Remy fruit combo eating, and I got the video.
That is the hardest you've ever... Did
Remy eat fruit?
No, you said, did Remy eat 2 fruit and think it was original? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, he didn't. It's strawberry and cheese.
Verdict? I think strawberry on a pizza could be good. But I'm also like literally the president of pineapplepizza.com.
I like pineapple on pizza, and it's now official.
You do, or that everyone's okay with it?
I think both.
2 fruit? Remy ate 2 fruit?
He ate 2 fruit. I think he ate 2 fruit like at some other point in the movie. I don't even think there was watermelon in the movie now. Why did my ass just put watermelon in Ratatouille like that?
They're like in France. Do they have watermelon there?
Oh, they don't have watermelon in France.
Do you know the way that Ratatouille ends and why you know about why the critic likes his food, right? When he makes the Ratatouille for the critic, Anton Ego.
Oh, yeah, because he goes back in time to like his past, right? And it's his
mom's ratatouille. And where does Remy start the movie off living?
At his mom's place.
In the house with an old lady.
Shut up.
And that's Anton Ego's mom.
Shut up.
And he watched and learned how to make ratatouille at her house, and that's why he likes the ratatouille. I think. Right? I think so.
Oh, you're just coming up with that?
No, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think
you're
that's...
eating 2 fruit, aren't you?
No, it is that. Are you eating 2 fruit now?
You're eating
Wait, no,
fruit.
It is that. It is that because in the flashback, right, he, like, comes home and he's, like, a little kid and he's got, like, a scraped knee or some shit. And he, like, walks in and his mom makes him ratatouille. And it's the house that we see Remy and Emile and all of them in the beginning.
I don't know if I ever made that full connection, but that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's why he's like, oh my God, this is like my mother's recipe of ratatouille.
Why is mom over in wherever she is?
She's old.
And
she's in the like French countryside.
Oh, they start in the French countryside?
Yeah, and then Remy finds his way to Paris.
Oh, right.
Because because the mom literally takes a goddamn shotgun and she goes, wah!
Okay.
And she shoots at the rats.
I am realizing that I have so many wrong ideas about this movie.
I'm realizing I know way too much about Ratatouille.
I thought that they start out in America.
What?
And
wait.
And they like river rafted their way to Paris.
Literally across the goddamn ocean. You thought those rats took a ride across the literal, I don't know what ocean, Atlantic?
Yeah, and now it makes sense too, because it's like, how did the rest of the rats also find Remy in Paris if they were... Okay, this is crazy, you guys.
Did you
Ratatouille
notice? Wait.
Was always set in France.
Did you know? They were literally like speaking French in the French countryside.
Crazy.
Wow.
This is really crazy.
I think somebody ate a little bit too much of the two fruit. What was the confession? Oh, strawberries on pizza.
We'll try it. We'll get back to you.
I'm going to accept that too, because you know what I love on pizza?
Mushrooms?
Hot honey. Wait, Dustin texted us. Let's see. Well, I'd love to confirm that we were all... This is a tweet. We'd love to confirm we were ultra deep thinkers, that there was a narrative behind the narrative, but when I took over the film, we had a hellacious deadline. Ratatouille 1 ounce on. Truth is, we were just trying to reuse props where we could. So it's a fake conspiracy?
Holy shit.
Dustin.
We have learned so much in the last 10 minutes.
Wait.
Dustin said wrong.
Really?
That's...
Okay, so this is the theory is in Ratatouille, when Anton tastes Remy's ratatouille, he's reminded of his mother's cooking. There's a few hidden details that suggest Remy grew up in Anton's mother's house learning to cook by watching Anton's mother. But then somebody said, that's just not true. Wow. Well, I have ratatouille on my face. Like
Why?
egg? Like egg on my face?
Funny. Like egg?
Like as in egg? All right. Thank you, Dustin. Insider knowledge.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
All right.
And by yes, I mean coming. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. At 13.
Yeah. That's
same person.
Yeah.
At 13, I had a pregnancy tracker on my phone, so I could pretend to myself I was preg.
See, I picked a lot of these because they constantly made me go,
what?
Huh.
What's a pregnancy tracker? Like like when you have a baby? Oh, okay. That's kind of fun. Like you're like, this is my due date, and you watch a baby grow. It's just not actually in you.
That's fun.
That's
that's fun.
One of my friends is doing that right now, but she really is pregnant, and like she keeps sending us updates, and she's like, my baby's a cherry.
Oh my God, I want to be pregnant.
Really?
Not right now.
God.
Not right now, but just in general. And you know what my last Google search is? Are you awake during a C-section?
Yes, you are.
And the answer is yes.
You thought you would go to sleep?
Well,
or were you just wondering? And that's valid to wonder.
Both.
Huh.
I just, because I was...
Oof, that's a C-section is tough.
Okay, see, I think I need to know more about it, because I'm scared of like, I think I want to give a natural birth.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, my pain tolerance is very low, mm-hmm. and I'm scared. And I'm scared I'm going to poop myself. And I'm scared I'm going to tear stuff. And I'm scared I'm going to poop myself.
Those things are probably going to happen.
Right.
But that's okay.
So that's why I was like, C-section ?
It's not like, I don't think you can opt for a C-section, can you?
You can.
Well, apparently Ratatouille didn't grow up in an Ego's house, so I don't know anything about anything.
So you never know.
You can opt to have one?
I think so. I think you can.
Dustin texts us like, you can't.
Dustin's like, shut up. No, but I think you can. And that's why I was Googling it, because I was like, I think I had this misconception about it where I was like, well, I don't want to be like put to bed and then I wake up and my baby's just in the room. I'm like, I want to see it come into the world a little bit. So what I learned is that your body is just numb. You are still there.
In the C-section?
In the operation, you're still
Yeah, but it's it's really tough though.
Yeah.
They like literally take your organs out and like put them on a table next to you.
Right.
I think there's certain scenarios where a lot of times emergency C-sections are common. I know breech, right? When it looks like their feet are going to come out first.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Correct.
My mom did a double C-section. She never had a natural birth.
Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think God, labor and birth is so magical in so many ways. Like it really, really is, but it sure is terrifying.
It is.
I'm looking forward to the day that you're pregnant.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm never going to be. And
yes.
I'm going to touch your belly.
You can absolutely touch my belly. Everybody can touch my belly.
No.
Oh, yeah, right. Not everybody can touch my belly.
You got to ask me.
Yeah. There'll be a line. But I definitely want to be pregnant.
Like a line, like a boundary, or a line of people lining up to touch your belly?
A line of people waiting to touch my belly.
Sure.
And I will only be eating strawberries and watermelon when I'm pregnant.
I
just know that I'll be craving watermelon.
Did you tell the people that what you learned? I think you did actually say this on an episode about what you do now that you think is like your new adult like skill. Cutting watermelon.
Oh yes, thank you. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm. Did you tell the audience about all that adult stuff you do?
Yeah, guys, I have a very new adulting hobby. It's not really a hobby, but I cut into a watermelon the other day.
Well, yeah, you cut it up well.
Thank you.
You just made it sound like you just cut it.
Oh, no.
Cut it well.
No, thank you. Well, I cut into it and then I cut it well. See, the thing is, it's like growing up, I'm sure there are other people that relate to this because I've seen it on the internet before. Like, did your parents ever like cut up fruit and bring it to your room and be like, want mango?
No.
Okay. Well, mine did.
Nice.
All the time. My parents were like, chop, 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 mango watermelon for you. And I was like, and thank you very much. And watermelon.
You gotta get tahini on that.
I don't really love tahini on my fruit. I said it.
I love tahini.
I do like tahini. I don't know. I don't need it on my fruit. Maybe on my mango, but I don't need it.
Pineapple?
I don't need it.
Pineapple?
I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't need it. Pineapple's already very like.
Pineapple has that furry quality.
Exactly. But when I was a kid, particularly one of the fruits that I could never grab by myself was the watermelon because it was just like a big melon.
Yeah.
And I was like, whenever I wanted watermelon, my mom would always be like, ask dad, like he'll cut it for you. And then, or maybe like my mom would too, but like both of them would have to like cut the watermelon. And so growing up then I never bought a watermelon like at its whole because I just was like, well, what am I going to do? Who's going to cut that? My parents are in Texas.
Yeah.
But then got my first watermelon and I cut it. And now I'm a watermelon cutting pro.
Queen.
There's 2 bowls full of cut watermelon in my fridge.
You are
and
good.
It's a delicious snack. And you know what? I'll eat it with strawberries if Remy won't.
You know what I like to do with watermelon? Get a mini watermelon from Trader Joe's, cut it in half, eat it with a spoon.
It's a watermelon inside a watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that Vine?
Yeah.
That was one of my
You like that one?
oldest Vines.
All right.
Okay. It's my turn. It's my turn. No, I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Wait, no, you're right.
No, it's okay. Go for it. I was just kidding. There's no turns.
Oh, sorry. It's my turn.
It's my turn.
Are you okay? This one's heavy. It's not actually heavy, but I mean, let's talk about it.
All right.
I love my boyfriend, but he doesn't always show love in the ways I need, and I don't know if I should stay. Well, first and foremost, this is also always where it gets really hard, right? With like the confessions, because it's like we don't have the context, but like, have you expressed your needs and advocated for them?
Yes.
Because start there, obviously, because I think a lot of times people like literally just want to assume everyone knows what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to. That is something that I am learning now, being in like a good relationship, a secure relationship for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Where I'll say something, I'll be like, I feel like this is like a need of mine. I'm so sorry. And she's literally like, that's absolutely correct and good and valid, and I respect you.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, you do?
Absolutely. That's the exact same thing I was going to say. Is the first step is communication. Because you need to, I'm going to choose my words a little bit more carefully because not need, again, we don't know the context of it, but in most situations, I believe that you need to give the other person a chance at being like, oh, I'll do better, and see how this action then carries out. If your boyfriend just isn't, I don't know, for instance, if your love language is gift giving and gift receiving, if you want more gifts, asking and seeing and being like, hey, I feel especially cared for and loved when I have like material items like that you said that you thought of me when you got these. Like that really matters to me. Give him then the chance to be like, got it, let me go seek those things and try to be that boyfriend for you.
Yes. And exactly, because you have to be able to communicate those things. And now let's move a little forward into if you are at home right now going, but I have told him that, like I've told him what I need.
Yep.
I've expressed them. Then if your partner is not, because I like saying this, at the core of love is consideration. And if your partner is not considering you throughout the day and the ways that they can express their love and their care for you, especially after you are expressing this is a need, I need this. And if he is deliberately or even unintentionally not adjusting to that in which you've expressed, then you should not stay.
Right.
Because it's like you can't just be like, I guess I just don't get that. Like I just don't get my need because you're not helping me out here.
Yeah. No, I know completely what you're saying. It's kind of like once you bring it up and it becomes a pattern of you constantly having to say, hey, I was really hoping that you could show up for me in these ways and I'm still not getting it. Like then there's something to be addressed, you know? And again, I am under the belief that that is how relationships build, when you come together and not change, but grow.
Yeah.
Like when you are able to come together and these habits, these behaviors, they do shift. They do switch into something else, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Because you're able to do it with your partner in a way that you feel comfortable and secure, they feel comfortable and secure, and then that progress is so motivating for that partnership, because it's like, wow, look at how far we've come. We have learned what each other would like. We are now at that step of anticipating each other's needs.
Yeah.
So I urge you to think about this situation, not should I stay, should I leave, but more, are you guys on the same page? Right. Are you guys a team? Are you a unit? Are you actively doing what is possible to stay with that other person? Or are you just looking for a reason to leave?
Yeah. And I like a piece of advice that you gave me that I just always hear ringing in my ear and whatnot, because I think it's so true, is like every relationship is going to be hard. You are never going to like enter a space with someone and it's be like, it was easy since day one. It might, like, you guys might be really compatible and really love each other and want to be together, but the relationships will always take work. And you always say, like, it's about who you want to do the work with.
Yep.
Because I've been with people where I'm like, I'm not doing this with you, dude. Yeah. And you're not doing it with me.
Totally.
Like, but then you find someone, you love them, and you're like, let's do the work together so that we can grow and have a nice life together.
Everybody is going to have a situation. Everybody is going to have problems. Who are you willing to work through those problems with?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, nobody knows the relationship like the two people that are in it. So trust yourself, trust your partner if there is that trust, and openly discuss it. See what you might figure out.
What if she's like, my need is that he's ugly and I need him to stop being ugly?
Then leave him. Just kidding.
You're
Unless
next.
Never mind.
Everyone's beautiful.
Everyone.
Okay.
This is.
I like the sound of that.
My friend's boyfriend asked me out like 2 hours before he asked her out.
Like before they were boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yeah. I'm assuming so.
My friend's boyfriend asked me out 2 hours before.
Oh my God, that is so tough. I just actually like put myself in that situation for a second. Imagine your partner had actually asked out your friend first, and your friend was like, no, and now they're like dating you, and your friend is just like holding that secret.
I know exactly who that happened to, and so do you. You know who that happened to? Monica and Chandler. Remember, Monica goes to Joey and Chandler's room because she's sad because at Ross's wedding, someone like says like, oh, are you Ross's mother?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm old and ugly. I need to go like bang to feel hot. And she's looking for Joey. And then this is what the whole episode is about, is Chandler's like, oh my God, you didn't even want to be with me. You were looking for someone else.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That is really, really tough. I mean, I feel like you can't help but feel like not actually chosen or special. You're just like, okay, so I just filled that slot of what you were searching for.
I'm confused what this man was doing, like walking around, like asking everyone out in an afternoon span. 2 hours. Asked me out 2 hours before. Like, why not? Why 2 hours? And what'd you say? Yes or no?
Would you tell your friend?
I mean, Jesus, in that time span, you guys might end up being like, guess who asked me out? Same person.
Right.
You know, like
right. I wouldn't keep it a secret for too long. Then it gets like weird and fishy.
I need more context to this. I'm very perplexed.
Okay, spin-off question. Would you date somebody that your friend dated in the past?
No.
Ever?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. And let me say this, okay? Let me say this. There's always like the stereotype in the lesbian community of like everyone shares. Not me. I have no interest in like it really depends. I will say again, that's like another one of those things in context where it's like there could be a situation amongst friends where like let's say like two people date and then they're just like there is nothing here. We're not compatible. Yada yada. I have no feelings for you. Moving on. Mm-hmm. And then if this person goes and then this friend starts dating them and it's like, well, we actually are in love. Then that might be a different scenario where this person can be like, I'm glad it worked out for you guys because there was nothing between us. However, that's different, right? Like that's like different to be like, there is no romantic spark between us. You guys clearly really like each other, so you should be together. Boom.
Yeah.
Different though if the scenario is like, sorry to our future selves for having to edit this, but I fucking hate when people use the excuse of, well, you guys weren't together anymore. You weren't dating. It's not your boyfriend. It's not your girlfriend. You know, like being like your friend, this was their partner. They dated and now they're broken up and you think that makes them fair game. It's just to me not how I operate. That's very Vanderpump coded.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree that there's definitely a hypothetical in which if it makes sense, it's like, who am I to stand in the way? Especially if you're in another relationship, they're in another relationship. Great, it's fine. I don't love it. I feel like I wouldn't feel as close to that friend anymore if I was like, why are you dating the person that I just dated? Like,
oh yeah,
what are you doing that for?
That's weird.
I already told you that they suck. You know, like
especially that. I'd be like, especially if it was bad. Like this person was really bad to me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then they want to go be with them. It's like, oh,
right. And then they're like, yeah, no, it didn't work out. They sucked. And you're like, that's so crazy. If only I had just told you exactly that. You know, in a world, if it was like, no, like things didn't end up working out, but for sure, like you go for it. Then it's like, yeah, it's always just like running it by people and just being like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna pursue this, or like, hey, just so you know, I'm actually not comfortable with, this. Like, just airing out how you feel in a way that's still empathetic to what people want to do. I don't know.
I'm trying to put myself in the shoes, right? Of like, I have a very close-knit friend group. Mm-hmm. Everyone in the group were gay girls. And I'm trying to think of like what that would look like. It's like if some person who has a girlfriend, they break up and then someone else from the group brings the same girlfriend and is like, no, she's my girlfriend.
Strange.
I don't know.
Strange dynamics.
I don't think so.
Maybe if it's, again, that's why I say like maybe if it's maybe it's a less close friend move to make. If you're going to do that, then at least that's what it tells me. If you were to do that, it's kind of like, oh, we're not besties. Because then it's like, in the future, if things did work out and we were all in a group setting and you were like, hey, mind if I bring my boy? then it would be like, well, I don't really want to see my ex.
Exactly.
You know?
It's weird. There's a lot of context there. Again, I think like there are avenues in which it could work. I just don't think I would have any interest in that.
Maybe just not as conventional.
No, that's tough.
Yep.
All right.
Just have to give the shout out to the Nook one because I did screenshot that.
Sure, I like
loved
that.
the Nook, and you know
I
what?
loved the Nook.
I loved the Nook too.
And we appreciate you for loving the Nook. I'll never look back. You want me to do this? Or did I just do that one?
No, I read that one.
I'm having short-term memory loss.
Okay.
I clogged the toilet at my friend's house and no one knew it was me.
I really could have submitted this one 15 years ago.
I've also had a similar story to this.
Please do share.
No, please you.
Okay. So I was at my friend Natalie's house.
Oh, okay. We're just going full names.
Oh yeah, because I mean I don't talk to these people anymore, so it's time for them to send it into their group chat if they still have one. I think her name was. Okay, we're not going to get into her name. Anyways, I was at her house and it was like there were like 3 of us. And her mom was in the kitchen and her mom was like baking. We were like all around or whatever. And I had gone to the bathroom and I clogged it. And I was like,
toilet paper or poop?
Both.
Well, yeah.
You know, poop and then you put the toilet paper and then you flush and you're like, oh, it's just coming up.
Oh, God.
And I flushed. I know. I actually don't remember. It was a very long time. So I don't remember how hard I worked. But I do remember being like, I'm going to make it worse. If I keep going, I need to take myself out of the situation.
Oh, no.
So I went back in the kitchen. I was very young. I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
But I went back into the kitchen and I started hanging out. And then one of the other girls went to the bathroom. And she came back.
Nightmare.
And she whispered into Natalie's ear. And then Natalie just started like giggling. And then she like looks up to her mom and she goes, somebody pooped in the toilet.
Where else are you supposed to do that?
And I remember just being like, and there were 3 of us there. Me, the other friend, and Natalie. So someone was very clearly your girl. Like all 3 of them might as well just have pointed their fingers at me and been like,
you did it.
You.
Yeah.
I don't really know what happened since then, but I never saw any of them again. So
that's why, if you'll recall in last season, I always say that like I was so sensitive about where I would go to the bathroom. Like I didn't even like go in like public restrooms for like the longest time. One time I was literally at cheer camp and I had to poop so bad I walked home to go to the bathroom and I walked back. Like,
which is insane.
Like I just was like, I don't know. I'm so scared of like something humiliating happening, because I had a similar thing happen where I like pooped at a friend's house. It was literally just me and her mom came down and was literally like, "You," and I was like, "My God, just unclog it, Tammy. I'm sorry."
Oh my God, we have poop trauma.
I know, we really do.
Oh man,
what did this person said? They said nobody knew it was me. Well, good for you, because obviously everyone knew it was us.
No, if it was a big sleepover, and if it was today, you better believe I would spin the story around.
My God,
I would so easily be like, "Well, I never poop, so."
Sure.
Okay, let's go to, okay. I'm jealous of other people's success. Well, let me start by saying thank you for sharing, because that's a hard thing to admit, and that is the first step at almost wanting better for yourself. Is being able to be like, this is something that I do, and I have to confess, like, it certainly sucks. I've definitely felt this before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a sign of a few different things, right? There's clearly some maybe insecurity in there. You're comparing your life to this other person and doing a lot of this, like, well, they've done this and well, they reached this big accomplishment. I work so hard. I should also be there, or I deserve this, or that should be me in a way. In a different way, to give you a little bit of grace, I think it's also that you want better for yourself. It's also you like pushing yourself and maybe a little bit of that competitive nature coming out. But what I have to say, and this is a lesson that I am still learning as well, is life is so much easier and so much better when you treat it as a team sport.
I like that.
Community and your network. I just heard this quote, and it's amazing, and I can't wait to share it with you. Joy, when shared, is doubled. Burden, when shared, is halved. So when you share excitement, good things with other people, everybody gets to feel that cheer, and we're all excited, and our joy is doubled. When burden is shared, it's halved. Everyone else, it's halved. Everyone else,
like it's cut in half.
Everyone else is taking a little bit of that on, and we're doing it together. And I really like that idea, because I've also been very competitive for a lot of my life, and it can be a very dark road to go down if you start looking at other people's lives, and especially now with social media, because none of that is real. But you look at somebody else's, profile, and it's so easy to be like, well, they're doing this and they're doing that, and I should be there. And it's just not going to get easier. It's not like you cannot compare to other people. They have different experiences. They have different sufferings. They have different everything. Like everybody's got different parents. Everybody's got different emotions and feelings and teachers and mentors and friends. Like you're going to be shaped the way that you are in your life, and that cannot be intertwined with any other person in their journey.
I could not have said it better, my friend.
Yeah.
You just ate a little bit, yeah.
Thank you. I ate a little bit.
You ate a little bit with that.
Do you feel like that sometimes?
Yes. I mean, jealousy to me is weird. I don't know that has my tag been out this whole dang time? What is that?
That's all right. There's no camera back there.
So true. Jealousy is tough. I will say, what did this person say? Jealous of people's success.
Yeah. So somebody else does well, and they're like, I want to do well.
Yeah. I mean, that's natural. Jealousy is just one of those emotions. There's a reason it's one of the emotions in
Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2. I was trying to remember if it was in the first one too. But it's only natural. But I really do. I think as I'm getting older, I really do find it less and less like difficult to be like, I don't know, they're not me.
Yeah.
They're probably, and here's what I always think about, like everything. It's like someone's probably jealous of you.
Yeah.
Like you have to remind yourself that you have the qualities that other people want to. Everyone is always looking at other people's bodies and friend groups and jobs and this and that and whatnot, and everyone's like so zoned out. Like it's so incredible how we're all only like deeply internally paying attention to ourselves at the same time that we are also observing others and whatnot. So it's like, I don't want to, just everyone's always just caring about themselves, and I don't know. Being jealous is such a waste of time. It really is, because it's like it's energy that you can be putting towards working on your situations.
Yeah.
But I also I do understand that there's like privilege comes into play too, where it's like, I'm jealous because there are people in this world that do have it easier. There's privilege, there's wealth, there's race and gender that comes into play. And it's easy to be like, I am jealous that these people have it a little bit easier than me.
Certainly.
Because there are people in communities that have to work harder.
Yeah.
And stuff. I don't know if that makes sense where I'm going with
absolutely.
it, but it's like, I get that, but it's like, you shouldn't take jealousy and translate it into like Olivia Rodrigo, right? Has like that lyric that's like, their beauty's not my lack or whatever. And her song, Jealousy. It's like, just because someone else is doing well doesn't mean you're doing bad. Right.
And you know what though? Like in a way, speaking to the privilege, in a way, that can be a little freeing sometimes. You can twist that into making it a relief. Like if you compare your life to a celebrity or like an actor or a singer or somebody that is in a position that you are envious of, it's you might go initially to be like, oh well, that's so easy, like that was just given to them or whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, they have something on you, and that's why they were able to get there. Yeah. You have a different situation. Like, you are only given the cards that you are dealt with. You wouldn't have been able to do something like that overnight or with these circumstances. Like it's like they're in a different situation. So use that almost as this like reasonable logic of why that's not happening for you. It's not a reflection of you. It's just they are a different person and they have a different set of circumstances, be it privileged.
Yeah.
But you only ever have your situation. You're only living through your eyes.
So I think it's always lame when you find out about these people and they're like, yeah, I'm like, God, I just worked so hard and I really grinded and I this, that, whenever. And then you find like their dad's like the president of Lionsgate or something. And you're like, okay, like, you know, at least people need to be transparent about their privilege.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. Because then it's like all the other stuff that a lot of people have to go through. They just don't really have to sometimes. They have their own set of probably challenges that they experience for sure, but it's just different.
Yeah, it's hard. You don't know anyone's story, even like for richer or for poorer or whatever. You don't know anyone's story. You can only focus on, what do you say? Your tasks. I once pretended to be gay to stay longer at Six Flags.
Okay, this one was cracking me up because they just wrote that in all caps.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Wait, like, imagine what this really means. It's like, yeah, one time someone said if I sucked their dick, they'd let me stay on the Superman another one, so I had to pretend to be gay so I could suck the dick. Right.
And you see, I didn't even think about it that deeply. I just thought everyone was like, park's closing, get out. And they're like, wait, I'm gay.
Yeah, LGBTs, y'all can stay the night.
And they're like, that'd be me.
That is nuts.
I don't really know what you mean there, but I am happy that you submitted anyways. So thank you for that.
Okay, can I read this one? We got a few more minutes.
Yes, I think so. I think we can probably do one more.
Sure. Do you want to read this one then? The
long one?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, here we go. I kind of need advice, but this is also a confession. I am in love with my best friend, both women, for about 2 years now. For reference, I see her about every day or at least text her. We have done couples costumes and cuddled to sleep multiple times. Dangerous. Basically, I asked her out. She said yes. Then after 4 times of rescheduling, we go out to coffee. And she basically says she definitely liked me, but feels like she would mess it up and that it's a maybe later situation. She doesn't know I am in love with her. I need advice for moving on while still maintaining the friendship. I low-key regret asking her out, but as long as I didn't lose my best friend, I'm okay. Okay, in love with the best friend, kind of feel rejected by the best friend, wants to stay best friends, kind of still has feelings for the best friend.
Oh, God. Need advice. Okay.
This is really, really challenging, and this happens so often. And you know me, I fall in love with all my friends. Friends are great. Why wouldn't you love them? That's how I feel. I think...
I think... Go ahead, yeah.
No, I don't know what I think.
It's really tough. I think also, and again, I don't know the situation, so like on too much deeper than this, but I will say a lot of times I noticed this a lot too amongst lesbians and queer people. A lot of times this person that you have feelings for, they're your best friend. Like you love them. They're we're just best friends. And it's like, y'all ain't that bad. You're in love with them.
Right.
It's easy to feel like I love this person. They're the best. So I would urge you to like look at your friendship a little deeper, and see where friendship, sorry for my slur, trumps romance, right? Because I want to make sure that you're not getting confused, because a lot of times people will be like, no, they're my friend and I love them. And then it's actually like, no, actually, I think you have a lot of feelings for someone who is actually not as glamorous as you have painted them out to be.
Yeah, you got your love goggles on.
Exactly. So it's kind of like I would start there and kind of be like, okay, determine, is this really a valuable friendship to hang on to? And it may be. I will also say that if this person, first of all, a maybe later, never, I don't accept that.
Yeah, don't stay on the hook.
You will never prioritize somebody who treats you as an option, period. And that's that. So I would say don't stick around, and wait for this person to like decide, because you're valuable and you're worth more than that, and the right person will not even have to question if they want to be with you. And also, I'm sorry, I have like a lot of thoughts jumbling.
Yeah.
I would say you also can't heal from what hurt you if you are only ever being around them. And
that's a hard one.
This person may not have on purpose hurt you, but the situation is hurtful. So I think if you really come to the conclusion that you want to maintain this relationship, this friendship, and it is important to you, it is an adjustment within boundaries, right? Because you can't cuddle to sleep and do the couples thing and whatever with someone who is not ready to love you back in the way that you're desiring them to. It's only hurtful. So I'd say if the friendship is to continue, it's with stricter boundaries. And if they can't respect those boundaries, then it doesn't continue and you have to remove yourself and move on.
I think that is great advice. And it's really tough to do that when you're the person who's like almost half being fed the little romance stuff because you're like, no, they're my friends. We're doing the fun couple things. No, like it's almost like you got to do what's best for you. And you have to be like, no, you don't get this if you're not going to commit to this. You don't get to be my couple's costume partner. You don't get to cuddle me to bed. I want a relationship. If you're not willing to give that to me, I'm not giving this to you. So pull away a little bit in the form of boundaries. I completely agree. I would almost even recommend space. Like taking a couple of months to just be like, I need to, kind of like a breakup, I need to grieve this. I need to move on, and I need to show myself and my mind and my body that I don't need you. I need to show myself that the sun will still come up every morning, that subconsciously I am learning that I'm okay without you. And then you can return to that friendship, because then that's actually what you are truly feeling. If you don't take that time to truly process those feelings, it's really just going to make for a rockier friendship. So while it may be difficult, I would recommend taking a step back.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And it is tough. It feels hard, but yeah, you don't want to stick around for somebody who's breadcrumbing you. And especially, again, and this is why I also say friends, don't do that. Friends don't, like, we all know how it feels to be like let on, or like, it's just not something friends do. So this person who's your best friend, they might not know that they're doing something that's hurtful, and that might not be their intention, but their behavior is what it is, and what it is affecting you, and you have to put yourself first.
Totally.
I think we got to confess something and get the heck out of here.
All right. Confess quick. What's a quick confession that you got? Something quick and easy.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I really want Chipotle, but I know, dude. I've been on the run. I know. That's bad. And I don't usually do that. I just, you know how it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I interrupted you, though. Your confession that you wanted to get Chipotle.
Did I want to get that one? No, the truth is I want to have Taco Bell, but I had Taco Bell last night.
Okay. Good confession.
And I have not been myself since they removed the quesarito from the menu. So
loving that. My confession is that I have to pee.
Oh, well, I'm hungry. You're pee. Sounds like a good time to
end the episode. We also confessed things earlier in the episode, so hopefully you'll take that as our juicy confession.
Yeah, comment Arasha's a booger eater down below.
No, I used to be.
So thanks for joining us, you guys. This is definitely going to be a recurring thing. We did this a lot in season 1, and getting your confessions is always a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for the next time we do a confessions episode, and you too might be featured on Speedboat.
Yes, thank you so much for your engagement. Thank you for your support and for your energy. It truly it goes completely seen and heard on our end, and it means a lot to us. So stick around for the next confessions episode, but for now, we'll see y'all next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
You.
Bye, Julio, and goodbye, Nicole.